elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on last year's national champion, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. To get this game underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Bussey. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to pass. Got a man. It's Green. Oh, what a cut. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him on the ground, but that'll be enough to give Texas A&M a first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
First down in the red zone, and this crowd imploring its defense to stand firm. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Spits it out to the back. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. And the defense tried to cheat a little space and get in that neutral zone, but it's still first and goal. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Motion from the wideout. The give to the tailback. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name.
There he goes. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Rides the back on the option, the give. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run play action. Got it behind the line. It's Young. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Snap it to the back. Hard running there. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. A run for the quarterback. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Plows through the defense. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to commute.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Hand off from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hill. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Russell. Caught over the middle, it's Williams.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on first down, second down, and third down, as you saw right there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hale.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He'll pull it down and run. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to pass. It's Russell. Caught in the backfield. It's Young. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
And this offense really struggled in the first half, but how about taking the last possession down the field, punching 6 on the board with a chance to tie this football game up. Low scoring, but nice job finishing this half with a touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He almost took that one all the way back, but he does put an exclamation point on the end of this third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. Nice return there, and he'll he'll be dragged down at the 34. Here comes that Alabama offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Texas A&M. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. USF fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. Thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough and could just find a way. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's Russell. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Looking for more room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Aggies.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here's the return from inside the 25. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolute.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Reads it, fires complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The Tide will get the first down.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a great play by the defense. They've got the lead by a lot here in the third quarter, and the offense is trying to run at them, and they just completely blew that thing up. Big tackle for loss. They've now put him in an obvious passing situation. Expect them to pin their ears back, try to get after the quarterback here.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Pressure coming. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Back to throw, it's Russell. Flushed out of the pocket. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let it go. Brings it in down the left side. He's loose. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggies!
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route. He gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Back to pass, it's Russell. He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And at this point in the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set, but they have really been able to shut him down. They forced another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Turning it on! And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So first down will open up the final period. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. At the 45 on his way. Open spaces. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Aggies. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football.
A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw again. He'll take another shot here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and you needed points. You wanted points badly. But listen, the offense, you know exactly what they're going to do. They're going to get in their 4-minute offense. Now, I got to start preserving that clock, using my timeouts, try to get a stop, and get this ball back to my offense.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And with a lead like they have here in the fourth quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's the pick. And oh, did they need that right now?
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. Worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of the explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Russell. Makes the grab, it's Young. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Man, what a great play by the defender there. Big-time players make big plays in big games, and against an outstanding wide receiver one-on-one, he's able to knock the ball away and force an incompletion late in the game with everything on the line.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. Across the 25. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
And you can hear the collective sigh from the crowd and the excitement scrambling for that first down. Big 4th down conversion, but this offense has still got to put the gas pedal down and keep going fast.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Russell. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Jacksonville State. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this drive going to the air. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And maybe he'll... Back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve announces they'll line up in victory formation. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. Now it's going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Quickly, time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drop?
Fires one high and deep. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. How much